Welcome to The Heaven, a 5-star Airbnb situated in Nakuru, Naka. Ample parking, tight security 24/7, smart lock on the door, homely ambience. The interior is superb, fully furnished with modern lounge, fully equipped kitchen with dishwasher, washing machine, cooker, fridge, Wi-Fi, smart TV and board games. 3-bedroom apartment, 2 master en suites, common bathroom. The Haven. It's located along the old Nairobi highway. Come and enjoy the presidential stay at The Haven, where we welcome you to a home away from home.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jim Getani, a fashion model, participating in the Nakuru Fashion Week.
Hi, I'm Magdalene Takangiro. I'm 22, student at Kabarak University. I'm happy and grateful to be part of Nakuru Fashion Week.
Hello, my name is George Walid. Today's just Nakuru Fashion Week. For today, I just say thank you to the models who have appeared here. And thank you to the crew, Pambazuka and everybody. I welcome you to the main show happening this coming March here in Nakuru. Thank you.
So good afternoon. My name is Justin Lo. I'm a male model based in Nairobi. This is my first time in Nakuru. I'm very proud, courtesy of Pambazuka events. And I hope to see you in the main event.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are around the globe. Today we're closing the season 1, episode 15. I'll have great guests. I don't know how to introduce them. I have the president, I have a national coordinator. Probably, I think I should start with the lady. Could you kindly introduce yourself to this beautiful crowd?
Oh, hi. My name is Grace Oloch Adhiambo. I'm a pageant coordinator at Second Option Agency, a beauty pageant called Mr. and Miss Second Option Africa. Thank you. Well said. On my right, I have a president. It's hard to see to the president. You don't know how to introduce them, so I don't want to be taken into account. So kindly introduce yourself to Sash and Star.
Thank you. My name is Jody Hertz, President of Hair Africa, and a multi-award winning hairstylist, and I've been in the game for more than a decade, focusing on the hair so you can focus on everything else. Wow, such a beautiful introduction. We're closing Sash and Style season 1 in a bang. Our main aim is fashion, modeling, and pageantry, and this is why we have a stylist to come and just get us through what it requires to be stylish, to do your hair. Some people think once I'm smartly dressed, then I don't need the other things, which is a lie in this game. So, Madam Grace, I have a long CV of yours. You just mentioned Second Option. We start from nursery all the way to university. You must have started somewhere to be a national coordinator. Give me your story on pageantry. How did it all start?
Well, I started modeling back in 2017 when I was done with my high school. One of the reasons why I was so passionate or pushed to start modeling is body shaming that I underwent back in high school. It never felt good at all, and I thought maybe because I just had people my age, that's the reason why they could look at me and body shame me. But when I came out now to face the world, that still went on. So that's what pushed me into modeling. I first started with a low beauty pageant called Mr. and Miss Valentine Kakamega. Kakamega is where I went to school, Masinde Muliro University. So that was my very first.
Science, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was my my very first pageant. It went well. I never won. Well, I did my best. I can say the competition was stiff. And when I was starting modeling, I had this mentality of, if I don't win, the judges didn't see it right. So I came to overcome it. And it's something that I just
leave
accepted.
it at that. We'll continue. A lot of models judges wrongly when they don't win it. And I know you're going to take us through how you overcame it. So before we go on, I want to go to the president of hair. One of the things that I know when I was growing up in my younger age, it wasn't so key to have your hair well done. I remember when I was in class 1, 2, I would see my aunties in the village using some cable with charcoal to make the curly hair. When I was in high school, at Dagoretti High School, that's the time curl kit was the in thing. During Boys to Men, Jodeci, the 90s. If you watch the 90s, men got into curl kit and stuff like that. But later on, now it became a big issue. No woman want to go out without going to the salon. For us men, we never understood. We're supposed to go out maybe 1 o'clock. That 1 o'clock, she's busy in the salon, probably 2 and 3 hours. It's first they would call it an industry of women. How did you get yourself into the industry and become the best? Probably some would say, how did you become the president of hair? Hair is supposed to be a woman thing. So tell us your journey, how you've done in your 10 decades to make it to who you are today.
First of all, it's 10 years. A decade is 10 years,
Yes.
but it's 10 plus years. Yes. And before I joined, I started doing hair professionally. I was keeping my hair. I started keeping afro in high school, and every opening you have to tame your hair to keep it like ikae ni kama umekata.
Yeah.
Unaweka maji na igonga inakuwa ka afro ka short. So they started calling me the Afro man. So I had to keep the afro fresh, because when it's long, when you wear your sweater inakaa shaggy, unakaa enda unyolewe. Yeah. So I had to maintain it, to have hair every time we close school, so that I can have hair to play around with. So after school, so I decided to do hair professionally, to research more on hair. So I started researching how many guys are in the salon industry. And where I was, there were no guys in the salon. Only salon, just ladies there doing their hair and serving other ladies. So I went to a different town. I went to Thika town. I met their hairdressers there, and I joined college. So I started in college a few months. Then I joined the salon. So I started working in a salon to interact, to engage more in the hair. But then with time, I realized there is a limit. Just working in the salon is a cocoon of just doing one thing day in, day out. Kubomoa nywele, kuosha, blow dry, and so on. So I joined high fashion. So in high fashion is where now you create a statement and start talking about hair differently, or letting hair speak about something. Yeah, so I joined the hair artistry, that is hairstyling. And this was channels that was coming up. Competitions were coming up. There are no clear strategies of how to compete. So I remember one time I entered up to 5 categories of competition, and the competitors were like, hey, how will you manage all these categories? Because first I studied cosmetology. Cosmetology is both hair and beauty. So when I did beauty, I felt to specialize with hair. So I specialized here in the 5th year. So that the 5th year is when I started now styling music videos, magazines, newspaper, and just high fashion, like just creating statement and yeah.
Great, that's a good introduction. One thing I picked from you is you wanted to do it and you did research. There's something called research that most of us don't do as models. We think, I'm beautiful, I want to go to the catwalk and done. You find a lot of people getting very disappointment because it's not just about walking. Grace, you talked about after body shaming, you went into your first pageant, was it Love? Miss Love or Miss Valentine? Miss Valentine, Kakamega. Now, for a long time, Kakamega was just a quiet city till Masinde Muliro came in. And I think you cannot talk about Kakamega without Masinde Muliro. So you've lost this pageant. You are blaming the judges. What next? Have you given up on pageantry? What next?
Well, after that first pageant, that's when I got someone to actually advise me into the modeling world, to who showed me how to accept defeat and to embark on myself and do trainings and also get a good fashion designer for the next event. So the next event I went for was Mr. and Miss Masinde Muliro University. I gave it like 3 shots before I won. The first one, I was not even among the top 5. The second one, I was second runners-up, Miss Masinde Muliro. Then I finally won Miss Culture Masinde Muliro. And that's when I was encouraged enough.
3 times. Not very few Kenyans are ready to do it once, twice, thrice. People will start judging you. I know pageantry and leadership goes together. One man that I respect most that has tried the presidency for 5 times and has not made it, and he still thinks at his 90 he can still do it. And I think in this world, whatever you give your heart to, you do it. Now, same story you've talked about. Mr. President said he went into a competition and entered 5 categories because he was sure at least I'm going to do it. If I don't make it in 1, I'll make it in 4 or 5 or stuff like that. Mr. President, how did that go? In your first competition?
Okay, the first competition, I entered 1 category. I did regional bridal styling. That was Mount Kenya region. So that one I got the 2nd position. So I asked the judges, why, like, so it's the same case like pageantry, like, hey, uko na mafans, nimekuja na mafans. So I was, hey, we were 2 guys on stage. And the other guy didn't do something that resonated with the parameters of that category. So talking with my crew, they are saying, muulize ni aje kuna mendaje. So the judge, one of the judges is a celebrity stylist, Corinne. You know Corinne? Yeah. Corinne was one of the judges. So and I approached her, and now she started mentoring me. So she said, you did so well, but the problem was you are complacent. Like uliona tu umemake your style, like umekill. So if they gave me the first position, I could not have left Mount Kenya, the region. They're like, okay, feel tu umemake it. So she told me this was a lesson. So we came to Riverside. She started mentoring me in Nairobi. So the next time I entered a cutting category. That's a more technical platform. That was the national level. So I got haircut stylist of the year. Then I tried bridal again. And then the other time I entered the 5 categories. I got a hairstylist of the year in Kenya. So it has been learning and learning because they said you are good at the region, but now there are so many things that are happening outside this region, and hair is universal. And as you are sitting here, there are things that are being invented. There are new solutions in the hair. So when you stay stagnant or to become complacent, you won't grow. So that was an opening, and every other platform I aim higher.
I love the part where you've gone to find out exactly why you didn't make it. Sometimes people just throw their hand and say those guys were corrupt and stuff, and they don't go and find out. They just want to leave and go either to social media and
start cyberbullying and stuff.
Yeah. So you moved from Central Province and deep into the city. No, not just the city of the Eastlands. You're in Riverside. So those guys who understand Nairobi, Riverside is not just anywhere in Nairobi. It's for the who is who. This takes me back to Grace. You finished with this campus, you've won your cultural. Then I look at your CV, you decide now you want to now get this thing correct. You've missed 3 times and God has given you that grace. Now, after that, you move to Miss Webuye or the second option?
Oh yeah, I first won Miss Second Option Western Region, and that's where now I picked it up and got serious with modeling. And when I was still in the agency, beauty pageant came up, the Mr. and Miss Webuye. That's when I won, and I knew for real it's not corruption because I don't come from Webuye. In fact, some of the people were asking how comes I won and I don't come from the area. So that's when the judges, I actually interacted with some of the judges. They said it is what it takes to be the queen. It doesn't matter where you come from, it's what you bring to the table. So after that, I continued with Second Option Agency, and they took me up, absorbed me, and now I work with them. So I started as a branch manager at Kisumu branch before I was promoted to be the pageant coordinator.
So one thing that you're telling these young people who are going into pageantry, it doesn't matter where you're going to contest. It doesn't matter who you know in the pageantry. Number 3, I would give guys, for example, Miss World. If we're talking about where you come from, probably Miss India would have won the pageant this year. But again, no, it's who you are and what you're going to do in that pageant. Are you prepared for it? So President says he's doing research, and if, the world is evolving. We are in a global market where you can't say because you've won a hairstylist in Nairobi, then you're the biggest, because Nairobi is the biggest Eastern African city. But again, it decides, let's keep evolving. What did you do after you decided, I'm now winning Kenyan in it. I want to be a world renowned. I want to make sure this hair, because when I listen to you, the love started way back in high school with your hair, and it's grown. So after now winning regional, and now you're saying, I want to be the best. Most people in this world who have vision want to be the best of the best. So tell me about your journey after now winning the regional contests, and now getting to be the best of the art. You call it art. Now it's not hair doing anymore. It's art.
It's art.
Yes.
Hairstyling is artist. So when I became the hairstylist of the year, I had new mentors. I had met Farouk, I had met Kina Richi, I had met Kina Sol Juma, other male stylists who are doing salon owners, Kina Pascal, the salon owners, and who is who in the hair industry. So I've been given the hairstylist of the year in Kenya, and Farouk is the master stylist. So my take was, what do I do with this title? Because now I have clients, I have clients, I have bookings, I have a salon. What do I do with the title now? So I started mentoring new stylists. I launched a branch called Johnny Empire, an empire of other stylists who will come to take up the positions. So I'm being mentored and I'm mentoring other people. So I started mentoring through the empire and creating a new generation of hairstylists who can style hair, who can communicate through hair, or who can sell a wow factor in the street. Yeah.
Wow. When you talk about Farouk, it takes me back. I did modeling in my younger age. My younger age means in the late 90s. Most of you watching were not born yet. I went to a school called Kelu. Kelu was the modeling school. And I remember the celebrated hairstylist was Farouk and the late Hassan. So 25 years later, I'm hearing you contesting with Farouk. I'm really happy and excited about your journey. So what I'm trying to say is, it's not just in the level of a normal hairstylist. For him, he's dealing with people who've done it for 25 and over years. So thank you so much. One thing that you've said is you started developing people that can take over if you're not there in this career. And this leads me back to Grace. Grace has finished her journey as a model, and now she's going into management, started in Kisumu, and now she's doing a national coordination, which means she's developing the new girls, the new boys coming into pageantry. Tell me about the change of career from now a model into now mentoring them, getting into national coordination. Because as a national coordinator, you must be articulate and understand exactly what the pageant is. If you're asked about second option, you have it in your fingertips. So tell me about your revolution from modeling to now, still modeling, but now as a manager.
Well, it's a good thing. I thank God for it. And it's at some point it's not so easy. And we work as a team at Second Option Agency. And when we have new models coming in to join the agency, I find fun in training models. I find fun in mentoring models. It's a great pleasure to tell them a story of how it started, and seeing that being an encouragement to other models it's something great. Yeah.
Great. Just before we go for break, Mr. President, one thing that sometimes puts me off in the industry, you find the models know more than either they are mentors or trainers. Sometimes you find either there's the wrong makeup, the wrong hair with a good, beautiful dress and stuff like that. They don't want to be taught or to listen. One of the things that we need to bring in, and that's why you're in today, to tell guys, every single stage in modeling is important. Just as simple as just doing your nails in pageantry is key. Hair now becomes marvelous. You find somebody going into pageant with some crazy hairstyle. Pageantry is you and you in person. Crazy hair, probably it's for the runway, probably you're selling hair and stuff like that. What would you advise our models regarding how they get out from the door? Your boyfriend might tell you, hey, you look nice in that red hair, and you think the whole world. Probably your boyfriend has nothing or an idea on how fashion and modeling is carried, but probably that red hair does some stuff to him. So what would you advise our young people in terms of getting the right thing at the right time before you can step in? Because you're a judge, I mean, you're a model, so the entire world judges you on how you carry yourself.
Yeah, one thing I tell models is that you are not the real thing. You are representing something. So, and as a hairstylist, you make hair contact before you make eye contact. And when you're walking in the street, utasema ule anakaa chizi. The first thing you see ni nywele.
Yes.
Ule ni chizi. Hata mtu akikuja. I've done charity events and we've done grooming for street. Unanyoa watoto unatengeneza vizuri, the following day wanalia. Hawajapewa anything because wanakaa smart. Yeah, we've done good for them, but it's bad on the other side. Yeah. So models you're not the real thing. You are representing a brand. And just by either wearing lashes, doing your eyebrows, having your lips, your earrings, your sleek hair, starts communicating something, and the far you can get in terms of representing other brands. So what I tell models is, first of all, before you leave, be sleek. You feel like the best of yourself. Hata kama unaenda salon, first of all, when I was starting, kuna clients walikuwa wanakuja kwa salon na nywele nitaguza kweli. Naona nikiharibu. But now you grow and start seeing you can change something. So as a model, start keeping a short distance between bad hair and neat hair. Even male models, if you have long hair, keep it sharp as most as possible, so that you don't know what is who is next to you, what network you are carrying. So you'll walk into town and you'll meet someone, or you'll meet with one of your directors, or especially the title holders. You have a title. That title speaks whether you have the sash or not. So it means you're representing a brand, and so many brands. So, and that's what will pay off after your tenure. You're saying, hey, I saw you in such events, and those memories builds into your portfolio. So if your portfolio looks like, hey, you represent on us, how did you attend this event? Or, yeah, was it in a rush or so and so forth? So we train on grooming, because there's one thing to be sharp and another to be clean. You can be clean, but then the stylist makes it. Ni kama nguo safi lakini aina sharp, haijafungwa buttons nini vitu kama hizo. Unajua kuna details. So as a model, you focus on details. Not too much prints. Unaweza kuwa umevaa gushi nini kila kitu imejaa, but you're not selling so many brands or busy. So but just being neat, unakuwa you limit yourself to value.
Beautifully said. I've tried saying it, but it's not my coffee. The professional said it. You need to be neat. It doesn't matter how expensive you are, but if it's carelessly put together, then you're messed up. So as we go off for our first break, we'd like you to just stick. If you haven't subscribed, Sash and Style, just subscribe. Make sure you just take a cup of tea and get back. There's so much to learn from the national coordinator and the president of hair, and you'll never regret being part of this episode. Thank you so much. See you in a few.
Welcome to The Heaven, a 5-star Airbnb situated in Nakuru, Naka. Ample parking, tight security 24/7, smart lock on the door, homely ambience. The interior is superb, fully furnished with modern lounge, fully equipped kitchen with dishwasher, washing machine, cooker, fridge, Wi-Fi, smart TV and board games. 3-bedroom apartment, 2 master en suites, common bathroom. The Haven is located along the old Nairobi highway. Come and enjoy the presidential stay at The Haven, where we welcome you to a home away from home.
Karibuni sana once again for the second session of this episode 15, the last of this season. Now, we're just talking about grooming and just looking nice as a model. You're not just any person in the streets. The title model, like President said, it's not you. You're carrying something else. So let me get back to Madam. Second option. Why second option?
Well, we decided to pick the name because it offers second chances to people who felt like they were left out or they were not seen enough during the first option and they want to give it a second try. So that's where it comes from.
So if I'm coming for the first time, my first option, do I fit to be a second option?
No, it's not in that way. Maybe not necessarily in modeling or in one category. Maybe you feel like in life generally, you have not, maybe you've done things that have not been noticed and you feel like you want to give it a try and show the world who you are. So we give you a second chance. It's not necessarily that you're modeling maybe for the first time or you're showing your talent for the first time. We take people of all types.
Beautiful. I like the explanation. Probably I never understood it that way. In this world, everybody needs a second option. And I think you guys are doing a good thing. Most of the time, people don't understand how deep pageantry gives you a second option if you go in it to want to understand how much pageantry helps. People think it's just gracing the catwalk, doing a thing and done. There's so much behind the scene that we'll talk about when we get back to you. Mr. President, there's a lot of stuff that these young people go through. One of the things is almost 80%, I may be wrong, but I think more of our Kenyan models don't have a portfolio. They don't even understand what portfolio is. They think, once I'm beautiful, I'll be called and do their stuff. Most of the time, because probably the industry is still small, we don't ask for portfolio as we're giving people jobs. You'll not get a job in New York, Tokyo, the cities of fashion without a portfolio. Sometimes it becomes very expensive because the industry has not gotten where models are not paid as much as probably would like to pay. But again, I keep telling guys, there's something about networking. There's something about partnership. Do you sometimes get models who come to you and say, I do not have money, but I have myself and I as a model, I would like us to partner and work out a portfolio that I'll sell both of us would benefit? Do you do such stuff just in case there's somebody out there who thinks, I cannot afford Mr. President, but I can do something that would help both of us improve the industry?
Yeah, thank you. Everyone has something to offer. So you find maybe you don't have the money, but you have something else that you can offer. And the first portfolio is a social media platform. You'll find someone coming to tell you we do a project, a collab or something, and they posted in 2021. Or they tell you they don't even remember their password for their social media account.
Yeah.
So it means it's like they want you to be their manager. You do their hair, do a shoot and post for them and tag them and then start looking for their networks. Yeah. So basically, when I say everyone has something to offer is when we enter into an event as a pageant or as a contestant, you find resources in that event. There's a photographer, there is hair, there is makeup. So you start building a portfolio there and the network. So if you don't have a starting point, I'll send you back to somewhere. Trace a pageant within your area. Try something. Because now when you're doing a pageant and you're self-sponsored, you'll have to look for the categories. Then you start opening up. you are looking for something creative, you are looking for something traditional, you are looking for something. Now your mind opens up. So even if I give you, we do a collaboration, you'll have something to offer.
You're ready, yes.
Yeah. So my start is you yourself. Where are you? How are we starting this conversation? Then also we have platforms. We have platforms. You see every now and then casting calls and auditions and so on and so forth. So you have to be in a community to be served or to collaborate. Because now you can just come as one person. You'll say you have to push. Even a content creator, you have to start building your content and resonate and fill a gap within what I'm offering. Because you can't do the same thing. Even clients, when you come to my page, you'll see something, not something like this, but different.
Yes.
So it's me to bring the difference in the similarity. Yeah. So we find portfolio is, and also models. You find models will come, they'll win a title, will get that portfolio. 3 years, if not upgraded anything. Your portfolio CV says it's still 2021 or 2020, and so on and so forth. So it's upgrading. You do one look, you make your comp card, you make your outlook, you make your portraits, but then you are doing combinations. Yeah, I've seen ladies doing so well in suits and ending up partnering with suits companies, just opening up and feeling like I want to showcase the senator look in terms of as a lady, just going outside the box. We've seen content creators wearing clothes and we're doing their hair like female, styling their wigs, just to feel outside the box and first draw attention. So when you say you're coming for a collaboration, you'll either come with a very portable idea that you've not seen you do this and it can sell.
Done, yes.
So that one I can give you the first priority, that let's do it with you. But if you're not pushing other grounds, you'll find they'll be slow in terms of response. Yeah, because we talk of the latest hairstyles. What is trending? What do we talk about in terms of hair and the trending issues?
Very good answer. Models, you listen, you cannot come with an empty cup and you want to drink from that cup. You must be able to come with something so we can add. President says, you can't just wake up today and decide, I have nothing, I'm naked, let's do it. It's impossible. For you to do any pageant, there are different categories. And sometimes people think you're being tortured, but they want to see how well can you handle that pressure. Now, for example, you find you're told this theme for this event is global warming. We want you to come with a creative. So if you're not able to go out there and think out of the box to be able to get something and talk to the designer, this is what I've thought about, have the material, we can do it. Then you'll never do it as a model. Sometimes you find probably you don't win the pageant that night, but your creative outstood everyone. That means you're going places. Mr. President said, do research. If you're talking about pageantry, if people are discussing how Miss World went and you can't mention anything, then you're in the wrong industry. So we must be able to do homework. There's nothing that comes easy. Madam, we, in the process where we're saying we cannot let the models just think they'll come and make it and go and win the crown. There's so much that needs to be done. I remember I managed Miss World for 4 years, 99, 2000, 2002. That's Esther Mode, Yolanda Masinde, Marianne Kariuki, and Leila Kimaru. There are categories that we actually got them. For example, we knew the best African outfit was done by Alan Donovan. So for us to be able to be in that world stage, everybody's talking about African heritage with the best African outfits, with collection from around the world. So we went to African Heritage, told them, we're doing Miss World, the biggest pageant in the world. Can you come and display your brand? we went ahead and said, okay, who else is doing Afro West's Kiko Romeo at that point in time? Well, there were very few designers then. Kiko, this is what we're doing. We want you to dress the 20 contestants. Oh, because we have something in the cup, she wants to be full so everybody can see what exactly is happening. Who's doing hair? Oh, we have 30. Ashleys, can you come and do for our girls to be proud of Kenya? So we know Ashleys is the best school of hairdressing. Then it'd be too much for Ashleys because they have students. Let's talk to Mrs. Kamunga, who's Vera Beauty College. And at that point in time, we've already cut in terms of if we're doing costing, because we are being given either at half or in return we give publicity. Now, in the last 10, 15 years, I've not seen a lot of collaboration in terms of helping these young people go into the national level. At the grassroots stuff, they can work hard, but when they get to the national level, we need to give them that opportunity to be able to not spend so much. Because let's say somebody who's coming from a less fortunate family and somebody who is coming from a family that is able, in terms of now, we're told, go and buy 5 categories of clothes, go and stuff. You might go to Kikomba, and if you're a good stylist, then you'll be able to get good stuff. But sometimes you don't even have that little money to buy that 100 bob, 50 bob skirt. So for example, like in Miss World, there's a category where they just wore a design from the best Indian designer, which was a plus. She was excited when she was being interviewed on the world stage. Now, what are you doing at Second Option to try and cut cost for these young people in terms of, I know Grace is beautiful and she has the inner beauty, but probably she might not make it because her kind of outfit and attires do not match that national outfit.
Okay, first of all, the biggest thing I can say we do for models is from the registration fee. Second Option Agency, for you to be a member, you have to pay 5,000 shillings. And this caters for the whole year. So if a year ends, you have to renew your membership. I felt like that's already enough favor for them. Not enough, but it's a favor for them. Because once you pay 5,000, you're entitled to different activities every week. The activities involve trainings. We get professionals to train models every Sunday of every week. It varies from some of the branches. We have branches all over Kenya. So there are branches that train on Saturdays and some train on Sundays. But we pay for the venue for training. We pay the trainer. And sometimes, like, we go around the branches we have in Kenya. Maybe if we have a photo shoot for this branch this month, the next month we have a photo shoot for the next branch. And apart from photo shoots, we also pay the photographers. So you, as a model, you show up for the shoot, dress according to the theme, then you get your pictures, all free of charge. And also CSR, charity events, we organize them. If we decide, for example, to visit a children's home, we cater for everything, food, shopping. If we decide to visit the elderly, then our models just come and grace the event without paying any fee. So that one being said, there is also a way we support our models. When you're going to national pageant, or not necessarily a national one, if you're going maybe to contest for Mr. and Miss of your school, maybe just any beauty pageant, then you present it to us. We see the requirements, and if we are able to sponsor all of it, we do it. If it's a national event and maybe you get a designer that's a bit expensive, we cater for 50%. And yeah, I think that's like one of the best things that the agency has been doing to us since it started. So we have several models within the agency who have been supported for national events, for county events, or any other events. So at least we have something to, yeah.
Brilliant. I've not had almost 60% of what we've talked about. For example, the supporting. I just heard about it, I think last month when I was doing an event in Nakuru, and the winner, Abiola, who's from your agency, after some discussion, she told me part of our costumes training was done by the agency silently without making noise. And I think you need to make more noise, because there are a lot of briefcase pageant organizers who are really messing up that industry. I would have loved to hear such a concept in the Miss World organization, where we know our Kenyan girls have a place where they can go and get training every weekend. They can learn about charity and giving back, because pageantry is about giving back. So I'm grateful, guys. Keep doing it. Let's hear more of it. Let's get our young people to go for training and stuff like that. I think 5,000 is fair enough. It might be too much for others, but if it's for 1 year, then it's something anybody could raise, maybe at small amounts.
Installments.
Yeah, so that's great, and I would love to push that as an agenda for this industry. I feel honored when I find people working towards making these young people, because sometimes people don't understand it's a therapy. Part of pageantry is therapy, and if you cannot be able to handle pageantry, then you're messed up. Yeah. Mr. President, we met at the big house on the hill, the State House, sometime last year. And it was during the Talanta Hela. I think one of the things that the industry is missing is a voice. I was telling someone that night I got an opportunity to talk to the president. We've been neglected as this part of creative. The football, the athletics, the entire art have a representation. Our industry is full of backbiters, stabbers. You cannot start something without negativity. And I'm thinking it's gotten to a time where we need to sit down and bring us together to make sure the government listens to us. Because I know out of all, I keep telling guys, out of all the arts, including athletic, where Kenya does very well, there's nothing big like pageantry, where every year we have more than 10 contestants contesting in the world stage, where it's not about Liki, Jane, Omboi and stuff. Usually it's Kenya when you get to that stage. Millions of the world are watching Kenya on the stage. It's only that we've not put it together for the government to see how much we're bringing in as an industry. Just imagine how many hairdressers and how much we pay in terms of tax. Fashion designers. When we're going out, we have to buy air ticket, we have to buy the clothes, we have to buy stuff, and we pay the tax. But because there's nowhere people can see exactly what we are doing, then it's not seen. I don't think footballers or basketball or volleyballers spend as much as we do. Most of the time they're given by government. So I don't know, in your industry, the small hair industry, I'm talking about the bigger fashion industry. I don't know whether you guys have an association that has government backing, or do we need now to come in as a bigger industry and say, Parliament, enough is enough, we've done so much for this country?
Yeah, we don't have a clear structure so far, because cosmetology has the 3 segments. There is the business part of it where there are those who import products, cosmetics, and so on and so forth. And you are here the service providers, we are the stylists, and now the consumers. So when it comes to the art part of it, like we are creatives, so it involves other ministries to make a resolution. So for here, we are also split into 3 platforms. We have makeup artists who have come up so fast. We have now makeup artists wanting to have an association. We have hairstylists. We have groups of hairstylists. We have now the other beauticians who are not makeup artists. And now beauty has also expounded. We have nail technicians here also coming up with something to deal with nails only. But this is all a model that comes a structure. It's one person we are molding. And resources comes from all angles. You will find on that one head is where you are doing the lashes, where you are doing the makeup, is where you are doing the piercing, you are doing the hair again. There's so many things happening there. And the same hands that is doing the nails. So I think the main thing is the objectives, or what to tell the government, because you see, those who are importing products, there's talk of the taxes. As business owners, we pay other taxes for licenses and so on and so forth, VAT, service charge, all those things. So the unity is where the gap is. You find we come up with something very nice in Nairobi. Once you go to Nakuru, they reject. You go to Kisumu, they have a different opinion. Or you go to the government, they say you guys just come as one body. The same case as fashion. You find different agencies wants to come up with a different things that will benefit a certain group of people, or the certain way of they want things to be done. So you find the whole creative is growing, but once you realize where the problem is, then another problems comes up. So it could be a big family. Already it's a big family, but it's split on what you're getting from who. You'll find we started a association, we want to bring in makeup artists together, hairstylists together, but then you say, who are we working with? When you go to the media wants to work with a certain parameters, or we have our in-house makeup artists, put them in the association, we give them the benefits without the proper structures. Yeah, so in terms of the industry, the problem is the voice. Where is the voice coming from, and the objectives? If we lay down the objectives clearly, you see how is the models benefiting the stylists, the makeup artists, the fashion designers, the coaches, all these things
Taken together, yes.
taken together. Because see, when you talk about football, all the structures are coming in, and the more resources that we look for, they don't go to us. You're looking for air ticket, it doesn't go to the model's pocket. Even if you do a fundraiser, tunasema wanataka 300,000 to go and present Kenya. So this money goes to someone else.
Yes.
So the real objective is not, the money is not going to the right hand. Because if you're saying, what if you give this model this 300,000 as a something, as another agency, but you need to break even, also to break the line and cross the other line, where you have international income. We are exporting talent and importing talent and skills.
Oh, well said. Thank you so much. I think, like President said, we just need to come together and have one voice. If Kisumu cannot talk Nairobi language, Mombasa, government will never hear that, because then we look like a divided house. Hopefully soon, and very soon, we are able to be together and make it happen. Madam, just before we close, your last word. Africa has not been able to bring a very tight a pageant together. I think the last one was this Nigerian called Jovi used to do Miss Malaika, and that was an African big event. But after it went down, I think Ajovi was the same owner of Kora Awards, the gospel music award that was big. Nigeria is trying to do small African pageant where you find probably 10, 20 people. The only successful, I think, pageant is Miss University, where they make sure there are 53 countries. But this is because all the contestants are given tickets from Nigeria, so it's easy. Is second option, I like second option Africa, planning to have that opportunity. Just even to start an East African small pageant. We're getting tired of being escorts in Miss World, Miss Universe, the international. Let's have this European also coming to our pageants. If we can fit in there, then I think Africa need also to have as fit this time for us. I don't know whether you guys have a plan, or we can sit down and see as Kenyan, what can we do? I was very proud when watching Miss World this year that all the East African countries that contested in Miss World this year were in top 40. Ethiopia, Somali, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, that did very well. It's just that Rwanda did go, but again, with the way Rwanda has performed in the international pageants, I think would have had all those Eastern African countries.
Well, just to start with, second option, Mr. and Miss Second Option started as Mr. and Miss Second Option Kenya. That's when it moved to Mr. and Miss Second Option Africa. This is our 7th edition. And yeah, we have big plans. What I want to put out to the world is that we only have one sponsor, and that's the Mesu Center. It's the only, that's the only sponsor that caters for the main event, for Mr. and Miss Second Option Africa. It's the same sponsor that comes in to pay workers that work throughout the year, to manage models, and also trainers that come in, photographers and everything. So it's quite overwhelming. So we are always open for sponsorships, and we are looking forward to expanding it to a bigger thing. The only bigger challenge that we also face is gaining trust from African countries. For example, someone registering from maybe Nigeria, maybe South Africa, maybe Zambia, any other country, to come to Kenya. And we need like a lot of publicity that I can't say we don't have right now in Kenya. But we also need much more trust so that we get contestants from outside. That's why we put it out there to the public that it is fair and just event, and we are looking forward to extending it. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Well put. Mr. President, just before we close, I would like you to just face the camera and advise the young people that want to get into the fashion industry. It's broad: hair, pageantry, stylist. You just said, and I didn't look at it that way. From the neck up, there's so much that is happening: beards, oil, earrings, eyelashes, dreadlocks. This part of the body is a whole economy by itself.
Yeah, so we are walking billboards. You start by advertising yourselves, by how you look, what you wear, and interacting a bit on Grace agenda and second option. I've seen second option also, and we also have the same plan of bringing other African countries in terms of hair and fashion and stuff. We have not just exporting, because when we are being taxed on everything, we start bringing in so that they can also pay for the taxes. It's visa free, but there is $50 or $5 to get into the country. So basically, on my part, I'll say we keep pushing in terms of social media, in terms of research as creatives, and it's an Amazon. There's so much passing through this hair and beauty and fashion industry, and it's you as a young person or as a passionate individual to join to get into the river and fetch what belongs to you. And by doing this, we give photographers job, we give content creators more jobs to come and say how the experience was, and also get something for ourselves. So in conclusion, I'll say coming together is paramount. We need to work as a team and fill the gaps, identify the gaps, fill them, and do the right thing. Yeah, by doing the right thing, you make everyone is happy. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I think well said, and let's keep talking, let's keep networking and see how well we can bring this dream together. Madam, just before you go, you talked a lot of sense and you're making the industry look good. So those young people who probably want to be you or have a dream of just not even being a national coordinator, just going into Miss Webuye or the university contest. What would you advise?
Based on the challenges I've gone through, I would advise the young generation to do it. Just do it. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for next year. Don't wait for another day. Just do it. The other day will come, and maybe the same challenges you're facing, you'll still be facing the same challenges. Start at zero. Start with nothing and trust in yourself, and be sure that someday you'll be somewhere.
Great. Just do it. Very few of you will understand, but the sports fraternity will understand. Nike, just do it. Keep doing it. You'll be successful one day. The president said, we've been exporting. Let's start importing. My dream is in the next 1 year or so, let's have 70, 80 countries in Kenya doing a beauty pageant. Call it Miss Safari, call it something that the world will be annually coming to this country. We have such a blessed country. Every July, we have the 8th one of the world. There's world migration, world beast. What if we take advantage when the entire world is coming to Kenya? That's the time we want to give the biggest show. It's easy because they're not just becoming for pageants, they're becoming to see our beautiful beaches, the white beaches, they're coming to see our Aberdare forest and all that. So without further ado, in our last episode of season 1, we want to come back with the second season strong and ready to discuss issues. If you have questions, just go to Sash and Style, ask questions, who will answer, will help you with whatever you want to do in the industry. Our dream is to make sure the industry grows every inch, every second, and one day will be a powerhouse. In 2005, Kenya was a powerhouse in pageantry. I don't know where South Africa came and overtook us. I remember when they were starting their fashion week, they came for benchmarking for Kenya Fashion Week. Now South Africa is in the circle of the World Fashion Weeks. We can actually do it because we have everything. We have the models, we have the hair designers, we have fashion designers, we have everything that it takes. Let's say 2024 is the year of the industry to first be able to talk together, not to talk at each other. It's the year that we were able to, like the president said, to import not just pageantry, but hair, fashion. South Africans and Nigerians are ready to come and learn. I don't think there's another aggressive country like we have. I know we are very talkative when it comes to social media on Twitter and stuff like that. Let's develop that into making the economy better, and we can only do it if we do things straight. Without further ado, I would like to thank the people behind this podcast. First and foremost, thank you so much, Photo Magic for giving us this opportunity to have this beautiful studio. Pambazuka Entertainment for getting together, putting together our guests. There are gentlemen that I will not leave this screen without mentioning by name. One, Dixon, for making sure our posters weekly is well put and putting together the pictures and videos of our guests. I would like to thank Bwana Marvin, this guy behind the gallery. He makes sure everything is in place in terms of technical. Gentleman that loves Chelsea, loves Messi, Bwana Newton, thank you so much for the photography. Mr. Biggie, a man that makes sure everything is in place in terms of right pictures, right voice. We're looking at a beautiful season 2. We're thinking of expanding, of doing some live interaction where we can have crowds and just discuss this and fast track the industry. Asante sana. Thank you so much, Grace, for coming. Thank you, Mr. President. I hope next time I'm calling you back, you're ready to be part of this journey. Thank you. See you. Bye.
Cheers.
Welcome to The Heaven, a 5-star Airbnb situated in Nakuru, Naka. Ample parking, tight security 24/7, smart lock on the door, homely ambience. The interior is superb, fully furnished with modern lounge, fully equipped kitchen with dishwasher, washing machine, cooker, fridge, Wi-Fi, smart TV and board games. 3-bedroom apartment, 2 master en suites, common bathroom. The Haven. It's located along the old Nairobi highway. Come and enjoy the presidential stay at The Haven, where we welcome you to a home away from home.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jim Getani, a fashion model, participating in the Nakuru Fashion Week.
Hi, I'm Magdalene Takangiro. I'm 22, student at Kabarak University. I'm happy and grateful to be part of Nakuru Fashion Week.
Hello, my name is Jojo Walid. Today's judge at Nakuru Fashion Week. For today, I'd like to say thank you to the models who have appeared here, and thank you to the crew, Pambazuka and everybody. I welcome you to the main show happening this coming March here in Nakuru. Thank you.
So, good afternoon. My name is Justin Lo. I'm a male model based in Nairobi. This is my first time in Nakuru. I'm very proud, courtesy of Pambazuka events. And I hope to see you in the main event